Guys, what's up? Elle here with JDM Chicks Customs. Finally got the garage and got everything set up in here. I know it looked like a mess. But I'm working with fiberglass, as you guys can see. There's the next side skirt that I'm working on here. I've got lots of fiberglass, but then for the, I got like 4 feet, 5 feet of fiberglass in here that I never opened. That was for the Mitsubishi. Well, look at all this that I've got in here. So I've got lots. It's very itchy. I could have wore a paint suit. I was going to wear one of the paper ones, and I didn't. What I did is I cut it the length, half of it, half the length of the side skirt, half the length of the other one. Now, I could take this and just fold it over and fiberglass it. It would be easy, right? You'd have one sheet done instead of putting little pieces. But here's the thing: if you do it like that, you're going to have huge air bubbles. They do not recommend that you fiberglass one piece with a big sheet. I guess the professionals probably. What do? They vacuum it or whatever, like carbon fiber, and they know how to do it, but I don't. So I'm going to cut some strips like I did the other one and just lay out some strips. And here's some fiberglass. I just used the Bondo fiberglass resin. My wife, thank you babe, bought me like 2 gallons of it, so I've got lots of it. This is the end of what I had from a few months ago. Yeah, so I'm just going to finish it. Go to the Dollar Tree. Get you some paint brushes. They're $1 for 3 of them. $1.25. Give you some little cups. I go to the wholesale auto paint store, and these are like 85 cents each, which is a good deal. They're like $2.
Yeah, don't buy them from Walmart anymore.
Yeah, they're like $2 each at Walmart, aren't they? So on eBay, I also ordered some fiberglass tools. I have not used these yet. This is for your air bubbles, guys. So when this gets air bubbles, you're supposed to be able to roll it out. So I tell you what I'm going to do, because I really can't screw it up too bad. I cut a few strips, so I'll have to put a few strips here. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I am going to take this whole sheet, dip it in some fiberglass resin and hardener, mix that together, and lay it up here and try to roll it out. And we'll see how I do. And I'll do just this side, see how many air bubbles it gets. If it does good, I'll do this side. And then we'll try to prove their theory wrong, that you're not supposed to take a big sheet of fiberglass and do it all at once. DIY tuners don't do it because it gets too many air bubbles. I'm finishing these for the Civic. The Civic's sitting outside. Don't she look pretty, guys? She's got her canards and everything. Okay, this is where I'm at. I did go ahead and take the big sheets of fiberglass. See the big 4 or 8 foot or whatever fiberglass rolls I got over there. I've got a couple of them. I think I showed them to you guys when I ordered them last summer when I was in the duplex. I've got this big roll and there's another one right there. So that was for the Mitsubishi when I was doing the wide body. That's a different subject, different day if we ever get that car back over here. But I did use the big sheets of fiberglass. As I said, I had a low spot here where I taped these two together, and I had to put a little extra. And I had a weird spot, a low spot here where I pulled the fiberglass off of the side skirt. So, but these are the diffusers, fins for the diffuser. There's going to be 4 underneath, and I didn't fiberglass the backside, so I went ahead and fiberglassed the backside. This is the rear splitter. Those will stay foam covered in fiberglass and Bondo, and those will be strong enough. I'm going to cover them, probably paint them with some kind of rock chip guard. And I know that's not going to be pretty, but that diffuser and those splitters are going to get a lot of rock chips. So rock chip guard is the best way to go. And then I can do a little, either like a door trimming in neon green, which I did the floor mats with, or I can do a little paint strip of neon green, or what else? Decal like a pinstripe. So this is what I've got left to do with these. I need to do this fin, and then that'll be 4, and this other rear splitter. I'm going to show you guys the garage real quick because I just got that in the mail. Oh, I'm so excited, guys. That is 6 generations of Nissan GTRs. Skyline, baby. Yeah. And then you guys probably seen that before in my earlier videos when I had the duplex. That's my 240SX. I got a Nissan wall going on over here. We've always got those. I love the Sylvia. I want to have one of these one day that I can customize. Sorry, there's a bad glare on that poster, but I made that poster. I love the Sylvias. Of course, we got our small car collection here and our different Hot Wheels. We got a Mitsubishi section. I know, this is how we set up our garage. I don't have a lot of stuff yet. I'm working on it. I've got Honda and Subaru over here. Amber's going to have an Audi spot and Supra. The biggest spot is probably the Toyota Supra and the Nissan. Pray that my side skirt does not fiberglass itself to the table, because that's always a problem. Because I usually set it up on some blocks when you put that on, and I didn't have any blocks. And by the way, the rollers, fiberglass rollers, did really good. Those are really good. You can get them on eBay for like 10, 15 bucks for a 3-pack of them. So releasing this from this isn't the easiest thing. If you can afford a mold release agent, it would probably be better for fiberglass moldings. Because otherwise, I'm going to sit here with a damn screwdriver and force this thing out of here. Started at that end, but a lot of times the very end is a little easier. So what I do is I just take a screwdriver, okay? And once you get it started, just go all the way down and just force it off of there, like so. And eventually you'll get it off there. It's probably going to destroy my cardboard. I've got some of these done. I've just got to kind of shape these up. Eventually all this fiberglass I got to start adding my Bondo to. So I need some body filler on it to strengthen it and to smooth it out. I've got a lot of ups and downs in this, and I've got to make everything flat and smooth. So that will be the next step once I get the fiberglass moldings done. I still have a few more of these to do. I have one more fin to do for the diffuser and another splitter, the rear splitter. And I got one of my fins, I had that side done, and I got to finish the other side. So still got a few more things to do, got lots of fiberglass in here, don't have a lot of time though, this is my last day off. And anything I do, I've really got to get done today. Okay guys. Got a side skirt off of there. Got 2 side skirts. Is there a difference? Yes. Okay. This feels pretty solid. This is the first one that I built. Okay. I'm going to just set it underneath my sawhorse. Out of the way here. Okay. This is the one I built yesterday. Not much of a difference, but there's a little bit of a difference. This one feels lighter, which really shouldn't matter. It's 1 layer. I did not do 2 layers. That gets expensive, and it gets to be a headache. You do 1 layer of fiberglass. Well, we're going to cover this with body filler. Just move this back out, because I've got some uneven spots and bumps and all that, like I said, in most of this. But this does feel a little bit lighter than my other one. Maybe because I didn't do strips of fiberglass. I just did 1 big piece of fiberglass, and that probably is why. We barely saved our cardboard. It's looking kind of rough. The more I pull this off and off, these side, the moldings off of this. I've made 2 moldings of this now. I was wishing I had a new one that I could use, but the other one that I have is a little bit bigger, which I could go put it down the side of the car and just kind of see that, guys. It's just a little bit bigger side skirt, which probably wouldn't be a big deal. That's just got to be more material, but it would give me a new piece of cardboard to cover, because this one here is getting pretty old. I'm going to ask Amber what she thinks of that, actually. I love my wife's opinion. She will not come in here because she does not like the smell of this stuff, and I don't blame her. I'm going to suit back up with some safety glasses, because this fiber hair is all over the garage. I'm going to have to clean this up, and it'll be a mess. But I'll have to have more plastic before I can do any more. I bought lots of tape. I've got lots of tape. You've got to have lots of masking tape when you do this fiberglass molding stuff, guys. because you've got to tape it first. It will not peel off if you don't tape it. And the problem I'm running into is the tape does not come off the molding. When you pull the molding off of the cardboard, the tape stays, which is fine. This is the back side of the side skirt. Who cares? I'll spray it with a little bit of black paint and it'll be fine. I'm not worried about it. Probably spray the back of it with some rock chip guard or something. I'll paint the front and then I'll have a splitter underneath that side skirt. So, okay guys, I'm gonna get back to work on this. Like I said, get some tape, lots of tape. Just this clean release tape. You get it at Walmart. It's gone up a little bit. I think this is 10 something for 2. It used to be much cheaper, as did much of the world. Fiberglass, gallons of fiberglass now, guys. I just went through my quart that I had. So I'm gonna get into the gallon, which I hate because it's heavier and just more of a pain in the butt to have to pour. That's my biggest problem. Still got these little pieces to do. This Bondo fiberglass resin, let me show you. You can get at AutoZone still for $50. We've got friends at AutoZone, they'll give us 10% off, that makes it $45. Walmart, they don't carry it anymore. If you get it online, it's $60 a gallon now. O'Reilly's is $60 to $70 a gallon now. And there is one farm supply that it was still $41, but I forgot the name. It's an online thing and you have to pay shipping. And you know, by the time you pay shipping and all that, it's probably about the same price. So, hey guys, what's up? Elle here with JDM Chicks Customs. Yeah, no thanks to your help with the camera, babe.
All right, start.
So got all the fiberglass pieces done yesterday. Both the side skirts were done as of yesterday. All my fins are done for the diffuser. No, they're not pretty. If you've got this overlapping, you have to take a Dremel and sit here and trim this and shave up this, and that's my diffuser. So there should be four fins. Where's the fourth one? Oh, it was gluing, so it's down in here. Don't you ever be glued to the damn box. So I put it in that box to fiberglass it. There's the other rear diffuser, the rear splitter. There's the other one. Now, if your fiberglass, when you're working with this resin, ever starts to gel up, here's a perfect example. Do not use it. Get it off of your panel, because here's what happens. I've got to sand that down now and it's a mess. It's clumpy and it's gross and you can't work with that. But there's 4 fins for the diffuser, the rear diffuser. There's 2 side pieces for the rear splitter. There's the 2 side skirts over there on the wall. I've got the lip kit out here, guys, and I'm trying to decide if I want the lip kit to go over the bumper, which is where I had it. It doesn't really have much of a lip here, or under the bumper, which will make it a lot lower and give it a more custom look. But I really thought it had more of a lip on here, and I forgot it really doesn't. Yes, I cut it in half because the exhaust was burning and melting the lip kit. So, but anyway, I've got to get the lip fitted back on there before I can do the diffuser. But I want to, even if I have to tape it to it today, I want to tape it up there, see how it's fitting, see how the diffuser's fitting, because we got the fins in the middle of the diffuser, right? I need the side pieces that go underneath the left side of the bumper and underneath the exhaust, and then come back up, and they'll meet where the rear diffuser or the rear splitter is, if that makes any sense. This is the little piece that's going to go down the side of my side skirt, and I'm going to mold this into that. It's only 1 layer of fiberglass. It doesn't matter. 1 layer is fine because I'm going to mold it into it and throw a bunch of body filler on it. It's not easy to do this, guys. So what I've been doing, I started out with a very thick screwdriver, kind of going in here, and you get in between. Try to get in between the tape and the cardboard. You can't always. If you can't, leave the tape and some of the cardboard on the back of this. Sand it off or paint over it. It's on the back. Who cares? Anyway, you can get in here like this and kind of twist. But what I just discovered is if you get in here like this with a long screwdriver and just run it up the side, it's all coming off. And then once you get that like that, peel it from one end, you can start just pulling it right out of here. Well, so I say you can. You can once you get a hold of the other end. And it's going to leave some of the cardboard on the back, and the stuff can go in the trash. And I need another one of these, so I've got more of these little stick pieces down there, little skinny corner posts, so to say. And I'm going to have to make some more. So it's not easy to get this off, guys. If I do any bigger parts for the cars, like probably when I do the whole Eclipse, the wide body, I'm going to get some mold release agent, because I'm not going to go through this. Because this is I'm learning that making your fiberglass molding is really hard to pull it off of the fiberglass once you're done. But if you get that like that, you should be able to pull this off like that. And I'll show you guys here in a second what this is for. Amber doesn't mind recording me for a second. Okay, there's my cardboard. That was my molding piece. There's my molding of it. I can make me some. So this is the idea behind this. This is going to stick off the side skirt and give a little bit of a custom look. In fact, I may trim it down a little bit. It might be too long. And then I'm going to cut some vents, like right here. Like maybe just 3. And we're going to do the vents on it like this one. I'm going to push it down, put 2 pieces here. It's plastic, so we can use some plastic body filler to fix that. Cut 2 little triangle pieces, push it in, and put a little mesh here. And we'll do that right here, like 1, 2, 3. If I have a marker here, I can show you guys. And I may cut this down because this might be too big. But this will just stick off the side of the side skirt, and I think it's cool because it just gives it like a custom look. And it was just kind of my idea to do like a custom look. I don't want my car to look like anybody else's. I like to have custom. So let's fit this on the car. My side skirt. I'm going to mold these into the rocker panel. Not into the car, into the rocker panel. Now here's why. The rocker panel will be on there OEM, bolted in, snapped all the way down like the Honda does. Will never come off there. I will mold these into it in case I ever need to take the side skirts off. The whole thing will come off as one. Now, I need 3M's plastic molding stuff, which is like 50 bucks for a tube of it in order to do that and in order to finish fixing the front. But anyway, this will go like this. This is the front, my bad. That's what I was trying to figure out. This is the back. If you guys can picture this on the car like I just did. And my vents, I kind of wanted to match that. So I'll have them go in like this. And I mean, I can cut them out now if I want. I'm just going to take a Dremel and cut through that. I'm going to cut it here, push it down in so it's a vent, and put like a little piece on each side. And those are kind of little, so that would be a bit of a pain. So anyway, I've got to make one more piece, so I'll have both of them. And I've got several pieces. How I make these moldings, guys, is these things. I found these. I work at French's now, so I actually can probably get them in the warehouse. But I got these from Walmart, I believe, when I was doing freight. And this is probably, 2 of these is probably long enough. I'm probably going to chop this one. Like, I don't need it, I don't want it quite that long. What do you guys think? What do you think, babe? I think it's too long. Maybe have a little space before I do the vents, or have more vents. What do you think?
Space.
Space. Okay, a little space before I have the vents. I'm going to chop this down. I'm going to tape 2 of these together, and then next weekend or the weekend after, I'll do another fiberglass molding of this. And then we're getting close, guys. I'm going to work on the diffuser a little bit, see what I can do with this back lip, and then I'll do some pictures or another video. So, see you later. Alright, guys. Here's the rear splitters. We've been laying them together, kind of sanding them together. I think that's going to look really good. I'm not going to be in the video today. My mouth is swollen. Like I look like a hamster. Like, not even kidding. We went ahead and drilled the rear lip into the bumper And we just kind of sunk them, the bolts down in, so I can put some plastic body filler over it and cover that up later. But here's the rear splitter, the start of it, guys. And I did just kind of bolt it up there for now. Amber is going to build a rod and weld washers on the end of it to go into the trunk under here to hold it. So this will be mounted to the trunk. Not necessarily the chassis of the car, but the trunk. I mean, which is pretty strong, and I don't think it'll go anywhere. Yeah, the Civic is still sitting here, guys. It hasn't moved. A couple Thursdays ago, I got some real bad news that my dad was in the hospital. My stepdad, since I was 6. And it's been a long ordeal, guys. I took care of him for 3 or 4 days with my big sister, which is his biological daughter I haven't seen since we were like 12, 13. We took care of him physically, took him home. Hospice said there was nothing they could do. He had strokes, a heart attack, and lung cancer. One of the hardest things I ever been through, guys. But anyway, we took him home, and he passed away Tuesday the 1st. And it's been tough. That was my daddy. I'm listening to his old school rock and roll and thinking of him. But anyway, that's on that. If you've seen my videos, that's what happened. My dad passed away, and I've been through that. But I'm trying to get back on my feet. It's hard. It wasn't something expected. Taking care of my mom and other things with the family. But anyway, when my mouth gets unswollen, I'll put myself back in the video, guys. But right now, yeah, just not doing it. So we're going to work on these pieces. So we've got the rear splitter. Shaved down 2 of them the same. And I'm going to go ahead and bolt them into the bumper. To the back bumper. That way they can start shaping, because they're sitting here, guys, and this fiberglass will start, see how it's bowing up? It'll sit here and start to bow and curve and shaping it. You want it to shape the way you want it to. Then we're going to see about the fins. We need to get them all the same size. Sorry about the shadow on everything. 30 degrees out here, guys. It's cold. These, I may use these little ones on the back bumper. I'm not for sure yet. I know I showed you guys where I was going to kind of mount them like back here on the back bumper just to give it a different look. If I could get the molding agent that molds the fiberglass and plastic, and that's sandable, then I might do it here later. But anyway, there's the rear diffuser, and we're slowly working on it, and I'm going to get back to sanding these. See if I can get all these fins the same. Once I get them the same, then I can take the bumper off, and we can go ahead and bracket the fins on the back. Then I'm going to start building this bottom piece that goes square underneath here and meets up with the splitter, the rear splitter. So, alright guys, keep watching. We'll get this done eventually. Here's where I'm at on the diffuser, guys. I got the rear splitters put on. One of them is kind of lifting up on the side, and I don't like it. There's the diffuser with the fins on it. It will look like that. What I'm trying to figure out is how to get it and mount it back on the car without this flimsy part of it breaking, just so I can build this part of it that goes across the bottom and back up to the rear splitter. So that's the next step. Then I'll start doing some body filler, and I'll start smoothing these out. But I think that's about right. I don't like the long screws in that. This is just a temporary fix for a minute, guys, just to kind of set it up and see what it looks like. I want to make sure these are even across the top. Once I've got them, I'm going to draw a line to make sure. Well, I should be able to bolt them in the same hole, but this will shift just a little bit in that bracket because that screw's not like huge in that hole. So, but anyway, yeah, I think it's going to look really good, guys. I'm going to get started on the next part. What I'm trying to do is maybe brace this with something. I don't know, maybe put a hole here and put something real tough here to kind of hold it on the bumper for a minute while I put it on. And then I could put something, I've got a toolbox under there to hold up the back of it once I get it under the car. Or one of us hold it while the other one's putting it on the car. I just can't put it on the car and have this whole thing, as heavy as it is, guys, fall like this. It'll probably break off of here, it'll snap here, it'll probably crack my fiberglass across here. I don't know if it's going to hold. So that's kind of why I have not put it on yet. I think it's going to look really good. My shadow out here. Yeah, the car is still broken down. Yeah, I'm very sad. Going into 2 months now with the car being broken down. Broke down around the end of October and broke down since. It's funny, my car broke down when my dad went in the hospital and fell sick. My dad passed away at the beginning of November. Thank you for your condolences. I'm very sad. I was such a little tomboy and I love my daddy. I miss him. But the car's been broke down ever since. Okay guys, the back of this is really, really square. Hi. And I'm wondering, I mean, and it looks good, and that's your normal diffuser, right? And my splitter, however, my rear splitter, I'm just trying to tape this up here for just a second, guys, because it's flopping in the wind, it's bugging me to death. Okay, so look at this for just a second, guys. This piece will be flat, and it'll meet the same size as the fin, right? Then it'll come over, and it comes up to meet the rear diffuser. Now, or the rear splitter. Now, the rear splitter, if you guys notice, I've rounded it off. You can see it on this side too. I've rounded it off. Put a piece of tape over here. Whatever you can do to make, you know, your template work for you. And I'll pick up my video here and move to the front in a second. But see the way the corner there, guys, is not going to match up with the side of the diffuser. The diffuser comes flat up here, and my corner comes out to round off with my bumper, my rear diffuser. Do you see what I'm saying? So I'm wondering, how can I round off the bottom of the diffuser? Let me get my camera. How can I round off the bottom of the diffuser, guys, the sides of the diffuser, to make it meet, to make it match that? Because I don't, see? That looks weird. I'm going to have this beautiful rear splitter that comes around, and it curves around with the bumper, right? I like that. I did that on purpose. It matches it, and that's crooked, but it's okay. Then this piece that comes off the rest of my diffuser on the back just comes straight up. So should I shorten that on that side? Should I kind of round it down and kind of make it, I'm not sure. So that's the next problem, and that's the next thing I'm pondering. So if you guys like what I'm doing, like and subscribe to my channel, and we'll keep working on this. So this would be the rest of the diffuser. Made one side, got it perfect the way I wanted. What we ended up doing is just right here. This is going to meet up with my splitter. We just kind of rounded off this part to come back around to the square part. And I think that's going to look good. But what I did was made one side the way that I wanted it, flipped it over, and made a copy of it for that side, so they'll be exactly the same. So I'm going to show you guys how I do this. So what you do is you cut your template pieces for what you're building. So this is my splitter. You flip that over, it would be the other way actually. Out of foam, and then you gotta tape all your foam pieces up. That's all you're doing, guys. Put tape on all of it, because once there's tape on this, you can just fiberglass right over it. I'd rather not get the tape over the edges, but if you do, it's not a big deal. Once your fiberglass is done, you're gonna sit here and sand the edges of these until they're really smooth anyway, so it'll be fine. But I'll show you guys. Every piece of fiberglass that I have done, except the side skirts were not foam. They were cardboard templates that I pulled fiberglass off of. It is round, and all of that round, don't you think, babe, it just kind of all goes together better. So I just wanted to show you guys real quick how I do this. All my fiberglass parts, it's all solid fiberglass, is a foam piece. Will it get weathered and destroyed? No. It has fiberglass. It has tape over it first, and then it has fiberglass over that, and then we're going to do some Bondo work. Then we're going to finish it and paint it, and prime it, and all that fun stuff that we do. So what I'm doing right now is fighting the wind, but I'm putting tape on all of my little pieces. Then we'll mix up some fiberglass and resin, and we'll get to fiberglassing these pieces. Once these are done, we'll get some more brackets, bracket everything together with the rear diffuser. Make sure everything's fitting right. Guys, well, I thought I finished the template. Maybe the fins are too long. Or maybe it's just because nothing's painted. Sorry about the lawnmower in the background. My neighbor mows constantly back there. I don't know what he's mowing. Leaves. But anyway, this looks too wide and too open. This side looks okay because I got an exhaust pipe. If I had a dual exhaust, it would look better over here. But this just looks just open. Like I might catch something in that hole driving. Like it just looks weird. So, I almost think I want to do something different. And now that I worked my butt off taping all this off, I'm not sure what I want to do different. You can see my shadow in everything. That's annoying. I'm not sure, guys. I need some advice on this because I'm just not sure that I even like it. The middle part of it's great, but this, no, I just don't like it. And I thought what I would do is have it come down, come across, I'll go across and back up and meet up with the splitter there. And that would be cool, right? It's almost like it's too long. But if I shorten it, it will come off in the middle of my fin somewhere. Won't that look weird? So I'm going to do a little research on diffusers and see what I think of it. I'm not going to fiberglass this just yet. Because I'm not sure I really like it. I need some opinions, some thoughts. It's really different for a Honda Civic. But you guys know me, I'm all custom JDM chick, so that's what I got. Now if I do that, and then I finish the front bumper, the sides really look weird, so I need to get back to work on the side skirt. I'm going to sand this. This fell. Oh, this stuff cuts your hand if you don't wear gloves. Ow! God bless. It's like knives right into your skin. I don't know if I'm going to use this whole thing, or if I'm going to just make those for my friend and come up with a different design for myself. But I'm going to go ahead and sand this one. I've got one of these sanded. And those are the little custom pieces that I'm putting on there. This one that I got sanded looks really pretty. And I just want to go lay it up against the car. God, I wish I had some gloves. Well, this one's not as sharp. Because, see, I got it sanded all nice and smooth. But if I get me some... Oh, it's going to be hard to do while I'm holding the camera, guys. But there's my... That'll be my side skirt. And my idea was just to mold it into the rocker panel, whatever I build. That way, if I ever want to take it off, I could just take it off of there with the rocker panel bolts and everything. So I think that'll work good for me. Okay, guys. Well, I am going to hold the side skirt up here with some cans, I think, and see what it looks like. I don't know about the diffuser. Put some comments and stuff. Like, if you like it, put some comments if you have any ideas. Should I go shorter with the diffuser? Should I go... The problem is that giant exhaust. It's a 3.5 inch pipe. I know I don't need one that big. I would like to reduce the size of it. It came with the catback. So, I could go up in an angle with it and kind of... I just don't like this big open square on the back here. It looks weird to me. But, I don't know. Write me and tell me what you think, guys. Thanks.